I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a fuck what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like, one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this shit and be like, black man this, black man that, I don't give a fuck.
So this is what I want to say, that I would say that the title is One Irresponsible Man versus 7 Irresponsible Women. 7 women chose to have a child with a man that doesn't want to be a father, a man that has multiple children, a man that shows signs of irresponsibility, and he's fine with it. I don't fault him because he tell these women that he doesn't want a child, that he's not fit to be a father right now, or whatever. And they choose to first have sex with him, second, have a child. How could you, like, this is what I'm saying, where you don't understand the deeper conversation, where one, older age women, why you want to date younger, because trauma. Things like this, these women are trauma filled, and this adds to the trauma of a woman. Okay, so over time, it's only get worse. Also, body count. These are women that they don't value their body. Having sex with a man that really doesn't deserve it, that doesn't deserve your body, shows you how you value your body. And for you to give this irresponsible man one of the most prized possession you can give a man, a child, shows you more why men talk about body count. Because you don't value yourself. You just give it out to terrible men. It's not like, oh, I want to find a decent man, have a relationship, have sex, get married, not be old, like be older, trauma-filled, with terrible relationships, terrible past, and rack up so much of a body count. Again, when men say certain things, there is a deeper meaning that necessarily, like, men are not taking the time to fully explain, but these are what we're talking about. These are the deeper meanings that men mean, right? when they say, like, again, why men would in general want to date younger women, what, well, like, I'm sorry, why men say that, you know, the importance of body count, you know, the why it's important to men, you know, and why men in general want to date younger women. Again, women have, in modern day, women have the tendency to do things that they don't see will damage them in the future. They don't. So now men don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with women that are damaged, that have damaged themselves, have treated themselves terribly, have no value in themselves, really no real value. You know, these high standards, all these crappy fake dance standards that women put on themselves, that's not real value on yourself. You're not putting value in yourself. Because if you did, you wouldn't, you know, do the things you do. Like, wait until years later years later, until you're like in your late 30s, 40s, to then want to get married or rack up your body count to astronomical numbers, like crazy ass numbers. Women don't understand that. That's really what men mean when on certain those topics, like, in general. So, again, this is just an example, right, of what men mean, where these 7 irresponsible women just dealt with this one irresponsible man. But it's just one man and 7 irresponsible women. So really, you judge who the problem lies in more. If these 7 women didn't just get with this one terrible man, those would be different.
Sorry. What? How old's your youngest kid?
I think 4.
4. Okay, so you haven't had a kid in 4
Yeah,
years.
that's about the 4. The youngest should be 4, and that woman was married.
Okay. Do you pay child support at all?
No, not at all.
How do you not?
You gotta know my name, and you gotta know where I live, and you gotta know where I work.
Okay, so none of the women actually know your name.
Not at all. I just give them the name T, the same one I gave you.
Okay. Basically, these girls, they were all, was it all casual? Were you dating any of them?
Um, I mean casual sex. It wasn't like, it wasn't like a relationship type thing. It was just,
Mhm.
sex. That was it.
Mhm.
Some were longer than other ones. Most of them was on the first day. Yeah, most
Mhm.
of them was probably on the first day, next day.
Mhm. And did you tell them beforehand, like, I don't, I don't know, because in the video you made it seem like you told them, like, I don't want anything to do with these kids. Like, when did that conversation come up?
Um, when you releasing a woman, man, like it's just, and some of them was kind of accident and didn't know. So
Mhm.
when it came up, or like, oh, Miss Period, I'm offering abortions at that point.
Mhm.
And if I did know, I let in them. It's a plan B. But I'm not about to sit there and hold your motherfucking hand and watch you take a plan B.
Mhm.
You feel me? So it's just like, it's just different scenarios, and this
Mhm.
is 7 out of the 10. 3 of them, the other 3 actually, got an abortion. So this 7 out of 10.
You got 10 women pregnant. I saw that. What is your response been to, like, the reaction the internet's had? Like, did you know they were gonna react the way it did?
Uh, Shit, ain't nobody ever came out and said it. Ain't nobody,
Mhm.
ain't nobody ever get on the internet and basically become the most famous motherfucking deadbeat. Ain't nobody ever do it. So I imagine that it will have some effect, but I didn't know it
Mhm.
would go this far. But I think a lot of men and women resonate. When they hit me in my DMs, it's mostly women saying I agree with you. You
Mhm.
feel me? It's mostly women saying I agree with you in the DMs, and then it's other men that's trying to hold men accountable. Black men trying to hold another black man accountable, which you can't do. I have to hold myself accountable. So it's just like the reaction is the reaction. You feel me? And the backlash, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm my own man with my own morals, with my own standards. You feel me? I'm gonna stand on my own too. So it's just like the reaction, it don't affect me at all.
What do you think about the video of the man with 7 baby mothers? I think he was honest. However that may sound, he told the truth. He shed light on the fact that 7 women literally got knocked up by him and decided to deliver the child, which is only their decision, as he had advised them not to because he didn't want children of his own. What women call deadbeats actually spoke up and told the other side of the coin, that is, I didn't want children, but she decided to have one anyway just so she could make me a father and potentially garner child support. And now here women are calling him a deadbeat because he decided to stand on his words and say, hey, I still don't want to be a parent. And I feel like his words show us just exactly how the relationship between a mother and a father matters when it comes to the relationship with the child. They tried to use him as a pawn. He didn't go for it. And as the caliber man he appears to be, he would likely try to dodge child support for the rest of his life. Admirable? Not so much. But understood? Completely. Pregnancy is one thing, but women have the power to terminate. If you don't want this type of outcome, stop having babies with men that don't want children. Because what I saw was a man that told women ahead of time that he didn't want kids but enjoyed sex just like the mother did, look women dead in the face and say, if you could fuck up a kid's life, why can't I? Bars.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. 1. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility. And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so, you know, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
The strong family was still the backbone of Black America, and 3 out of 4 children had both parents at home. That is true no longer. Most black children are now growing up without their fathers. LaDawn said she didn't have a father in her home and doesn't think her children need one. She's not unusual. Half the black families today are headed only by a woman. Clorinda said she could make it on her own as a single parent. She has never been married and is raising her daughter without a man's help. She's not unusual. Today, nearly 60% of all black children are born out of wedlock.
Always had to be the one who initiates with men. Men rarely come up to me. I'm not attractive. I'm so serious. I'm so serious.
You have to initiate.
Yes.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, men look at me, they see that I have a tummy. I'm 5'8". I'm a pretty tall woman. Okay, but let me ask
you a question. So, okay, you say that, yet you said you've had nearly 300 sexual partners. You said 290.
Yeah. But okay, but you
can't say if you've had that many partners, 290 or whatever. Mm-hmm. You can't say that you've had a difficult time.
Yes, I can.
Getting laid.
You don't know my life, Brian. Yeah. I have had such
You're 23.
You're 23. I'm 21.
Wow. I thought you said you're 23.
No, I said I'm 21.
21.
Okay, you're 21.
But, okay, Brian.
You've had 290 sexual partners.
But that doesn't mean that
I've not had a hard time getting laid.
Okay, a lot of the bodies. A lot of
when you